Hello Scorpio, welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. My channel is still a little new here, so if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. I'm like a little bit over 100 away. Just 100 people away from 1,000 subscribers. When I get to 1,000, YouTube will let me do things like post, so I'm really excited to get there. That'll be a big milestone for me. So if you feel inclined, please subscribe. If you do subscribe, thank you so much. For everyone who's already my viewer and my subscriber, thank you so much. Every time I see your wonderful comments about how this is helping you have some clarity, how it resonates with you, it's very fulfilling. And so thank you all so much. For those of you who are new and don't know, I'm also an author. I'm writing an action-adventure love story on superhero twin flames. It's called Perception, the Two Yet One, book 1 here. And this is my character Luna, and this is Sunshine, but don't call him that. He hates that. Call him Sunny. This is the back of the book. Now, I read book 1 out loud live on Facebook and uploaded all of those videos here to YouTube for you to enjoy. Pardon me. For those of you who have already read the book or watched all the videos, fear not. I already have book 2 written and published. Here it is right here. These are available on Amazon. They're only $15.99 per book. If you have Amazon Prime, then the shipping is free. It's an MMA octagon. This is where the story really gets started, for me anyway. These are really beautiful books. These are so well made. Look at how well made they are. They really make my artist's artwork pop. They come in this really lovely paper. They're really beautiful. So check them out. They're very good quality. All the links for my books are in the description box, and you can find a link for my friend April's astrology channel here on YouTube. And if you would like a personal reading from me, the information to book 1 is in the description box below. Okay, so everyone who's been with me from the beginning, you may recognize these cards that I have right now. This was my only deck of cards when I first started this channel. This is the Thoth deck. And now I chose it because of what I'm doing this month. Now, I got this idea from Isis. She, here in the U.S., if you're not in the U.S., this month of February, we have Valentine's Day. So for me, it's like a month of love. So I got this beautiful love background. And what Isis suggested is that each week I ask a goddess of love for the messages for you all, which is what I'm doing. And this first week of February, it's Isis. Of course, she's the oldest. Next week, I'll be doing Aphrodite, Venus. And so now the reason it's goddesses is because of why I named the Mother Speaks Tarot what I did. The sacred feminine has been suppressed, quieted, held back for thousands of years now. And so the mother asked me to name it this, because this channel is actually a way for her to speak. It's it's a platform for the sacred feminine to speak and to guide her children. So I have this beautiful card from the Ascended Masters deck of Isis. I feel like this is the closest to how I see her in my mind's eye. Very strong, very queenly, very beautiful, very intelligent. And I just love this depiction of her. Absolutely. And so then over here I have this card from the Keepers of the Light deck. And here she is very youthful. She looks like a teenager, but she also looks like Elizabeth Taylor, and it's very colorful. And so this is my favorite, my second favorite image or depiction of her in these decks. That when you get these little tiny decks from Wish, they don't come with books. So I'm going through them and looking on the internet for this stuff so that I know who's who and know what I'm talking about and stuff. Anyway, so I also got out my Oregonite, hello, rainbow pyramid here, and I always have Isis here anyway. She has been guiding mother energy for me since the very beginning, since I was a little kid. And so these messages are from her this week. So let's get started. As a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your free will and major arcana cards as messages about your divine blueprint. Your divine blueprint is the plan that you created for your life so that you would encounter and hopefully learn certain lessons that raise the vibration of your soul. When these lessons are learned and your soul rises in vibration, each time you're incarnated, you move up a life path. I'm life path 9, and I'm also a twin flame, and I'm all about the masculine and feminine energies and the divine blueprints. And so, all right, so this is the energy that is at the heart of everything for you at this time, Scorpio. This is Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus energy. This one in particular, Taurus. You'll see that it's in reverse. This is, in this deck, I don't have reversed meanings. What it means is that the energy of this card is not fully manifested. So this is the energy of tending to your garden, or at least reminding you to. These are divine seeds that were planted, okay? And they're not ripe for picking just yet, but if you don't continue to water them and weed them and take the pests out of there, then what you encounter is the name of this card, failure. Now, here's the thing. I don't believe in failure. Every time I get this card, I use it as an excuse to tell you guys that I only believe in lessons. There's no such thing as failure, okay? But if you wanted a garden and you didn't take care of it, if you stopped watering it after a while, and then by the time everything's ripe and you go out there and they don't taste very good because they don't have enough water, then it wasn't a complete failure. You learned. That time you learned that what you got to do is go out there and water it and weed it and do all that stuff if you want the maximum out of what you've planted. Now for me, this is like the seeds of your life, okay? So this is telling me with this upside down energy that you need to not forget to be diligent in caring for the seeds of your life that you have planted. Okay, now this is the energy that is directly affecting this energy at the heart of everything, is affected by or a direct result of. But what I'm getting is that you want to just rush forward, okay? This is the Prince of Wands. Wands is fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You see the Leo right here. Now this is the Sun Warrior, okay? He is fast, he is strong, he is agile, he is brilliant, okay? He's an intellectual, but he's just kind of, he's impulsive. He's got an explosive type of energy. He knows what he wants and he wants it now, okay? And then if this type of person, if they don't get it when they want it, then they're prone to explosive outbursts. So what I'm feeling is that you may have planted these seeds. You're not exactly tending them, and you want the ripe fruits now. You got to understand that first of all, you have to wait for fruits and vegetables to ripen before they're really any good for you to use. Sometimes fruits and vegetables can be poison if you don't, not poisonous completely, you know, but not good for you if you eat them while they're raw. Okay, So you've got all this passion. You want everything to come to fruition right now. And you might be feeling pretty cranky about it because you can't force this to move forward. But this is upside down. So let me remind you, Scorpio, that it does take patience for these seeds to ripen. If you have a garden and the little fruits and vegetables are just starting to grow, it doesn't make any difference to stand over them and yell at them, right? So you got to rein it in here. I know you want to move forward. Now, the reason this is happening is because you've been reflecting. This is the root of the matter, okay? You've gotten a handle on your emotions. In this deck, there's no kings. The queens are the masters of their suits. So this is water, this is love, this is intuition, okay? You're the master of your emotions right now. You may also be reflecting, okay? So I think what you're doing is you're reflecting, and you may be getting a little overly emotional with this passion wanting to just fly forward. If this is not you, this could be a person. Sometimes the princes and princesses and knights and queens and stuff are people in your life, okay? So you may be, you might have these energetic fruits growing here, and somebody else wants it to hurry up or something. But you can't hurry nature, okay? And what you can do is reflect on what in fact, this card in the other decks, you'll see someone standing with a hoe and just looking at all their fruits. And instead of using the hoe, they're just standing there admiring what they've done, just standing there kind of reflecting on how they have these fruits growing. So I feel like this is what you're doing. You're just reflecting on what you've done. You might want to use some of this water energy to water your garden, I just heard. And so how would you even do that? Well, I guess the reflecting and the love somehow nurtures these energetic fruits that you've planted. You know what? Isis is probably going to put this all under perspective, because at the end, I normally, I've taken to doing oracles now at the end, and I have the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild, and they're very deep. With each, I'm going to only pull one card because you have the meaning of the card is in this book, and sometimes it takes a couple of pages to get out the meaning of one card, okay? So Isis is going to clarify all of this for us. Now, this is the energy that is moving out of your life at this time, and this is a happy home. This was a family. This is the family that you inherit from, whether it's DNA or money, earth energy. And this is Virgo energy, but what I'm seeing is that you had possibly a happy home with a family at one point, and something changed, and now this is moving out of your life at this time. This could also be what you are reflecting on and why you are not really watering these new fruits that you have planted. You may wish to just jump into your chariot and go home. But there is a reason why this is moving out of your life at this time. So let's see. For me as a reader, these two cards right here are future cards. And because these don't have reversed meanings, when they are in the future section, in a future card section, and they're reversed as both of these are, those are simply possibilities, okay? Because free will can change everything. Nothing's written in stone. And these are both minor arcana cards as well. So these are just possibilities. And what we're going to do is we're going to read this one first. And this is the manifesting energy of the Princess of Swords. This is putting a plan, putting your ideas into a plan. Okay? This is possibly in need of a better plan. Okay? Swords are all intellect. Intellect, logic, communication, truth, words. Okay? Now, this is also the anger of the gods card. Okay? This could be a very angry feminine. Okay? This can be conflict and strife within the mind. Okay? Like, all the queens are masters. Okay? So her mother, the Queen of Swords, is the master of her mind. She has learned she's learned from her pain, the queen has, and she doesn't get angry anymore. However, this is her daughter, the princess. She is young. She has not experienced as much as her mother, so she is not the master of her mind. She does still get angry. Okay, she will still say cutting words at times. And so for some of you, this is a plan that needs to be made and that is now, beginning to manifest. And for others of you, you may be feeling pretty angry about something at some point. And for others of you, it is both. Now, here is another card of swiftness. It is in the reverse. This is more wands, okay? This is communication, okay? There may be some swift back and forth going on here. See, this could be what you're wanting to do in the first place. You may end up giving in to this energy here of just charging forward. Now, this is... even though this is wands, which is fire, and swords are known more for communication, this is what this is. This is messages and a bunch of them all at once. Okay, this is very passionate. So this could be a series of texts. This could be a series of emails or other types of communication, phone calls. So this is what we're dealing with, okay? And hang on, she's telling me something about Sagittarius right here. Hang on. She says that you need to know how to make your point. You need to know what is your target. The Sagittarius is the archer. You need to know before you have this. Okay. Before you have this conversation, you need to understand what makes you angry. That's what's at the bottom of all of this. It's why you're reflecting. A lot of people will just get angry and then just start talking. Okay? But this is telling you basically to communicate clearly. Understand how you feel. Understand why you've been angry. And communicate that clearly. Make your point clearly. And try, and this is passionate and everything, so be careful. There may be some anger involved in this communication still, but don't think that anger is like evil. It's anger shows us where things are wrong. Okay, you don't let your anger have you say things you don't mean. Okay. Now, these are still just possibilities. So, this could even be pressure from someone. This could be your masculine wanting, say you broke up or something, and you identify as the feminine and they identify as the masculine. This could be them saying, "Are you done healing now? Can you please just come home?" And maybe you're not ready to, because there's a reason why this ended. Okay? Now, here is your hope card. This is the manifesting energy of the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is the ending to all the backstabbing, the ending to all of the pain. You want this suffering to be over, okay? I get that. However, this is in the reverse. The ending is beginning to manifest, okay? It's beginning to manifest. This reflection that you are automatically doing is going to help you make your point. It's going to help you to understand why you've been angry, okay? You've been very emotional. This is another thing to understand and reflect on this relationship is, do I truly love this individual? What emotions had me be with this individual? And what emotions do I feel now that I'm away from this individual? But one thing is very certain. You want this to be over. This can be like 10 months, 10 weeks, 10 years of lessons. You've got the broken heart here right in the middle. Okay, but you've got the scales of, oh, that went blue. The scales of Libra up here, and the symbol of the sun. Whenever you see a circle and a dot, that's the sun. And the sun is the happiest card in the deck. So what I always say about this imagery is that things always balance out. Okay? There's been all this backstabbing, ruin of your house, these two endings, okay? Your happy family was the true wealth in life, is all the relationship and love. The true wealth of your life was ruined. Everything happens for a reason, though. We have to learn from what happened so that we can give to someone in the future. We can give to them better. This is your state of being card or environment, but this is your state of being because this is very individual. This is, again, a Sagittarius influence. The Sagittarius energy is very free-spirited. Okay, Sagittarius energy is a free spirit. Okay, very full of energy and passion. Okay, so make sure that this other person wasn't making you feel trapped, like you're not a free spirit. Okay, so that Sagittarius message right there has been relayed. But for this particular card, this is one of my very favorite tarot cards ever, of any deck ever. In other decks, and most decks actually, it's called Temperance. And its message is about moderation, balance of the self. In this deck, it's called Art. And for me, this is, now everybody has masculine and feminine energies, okay? And for me, this is my card that represents the individual as its own twin flame. This is one person who, say this, white is masculine and black is feminine. Whenever you see yin and yang, the black and the white, okay? So this side, this white side, is the masculine. This dark side over here is the feminine. And you see that this is becoming one person. Okay? I mean, look at how very balanced. This is a white face over here, but the white arm is over here, and so forth. Okay? And what is she doing? She's mixing fire and water? Huh? How can she hold a piece of fire? There's no such thing as a piece of fire, right? So what this is alchemy. This is alchemic in your life. To balance. Balance. You see? Balance the pain. Balance the joy. Balance everything about you. This is about knowing when not to use too much and also when not to use too little of any particular energy. When you are completely balanced And it's a very hard line to walk to stay this balanced, okay? But when you have balanced your masculine and feminine energies, it creates this rainbow energy that it puts into your auric field or your Taurus field, Taurus, not like a Taurus, Taurus, but Taurus. The Taurus field, the energy field that is around us, it puts this energy of abundance in there that I call glory. Okay, so I call this the grand alchemy of life. This is telling you, Scorpio, that you need to balance both your masculine and feminine energies, and you know that. You're beginning to do this, okay? But you haven't quite reached that, or it would be this way, okay? But right now you're beginning to see that there are energies within you that need balancing, and you're trying to work that. You're doing that. Now, here is your fear card. This is the Hermit. The Hermit retreats. The Hermit goes into hiding. The Hermit is in the dark night of the soul. This is what I think you're fearing the most, is the dark night of the soul part of this Hermit. See, he's in the dark, okay? And the light is coming from his lantern. And what's inside of his lantern is the star. The star in the tarot is all your hopes and dreams. Now, when people get upset in life and dissatisfied, many people don't know to use this energy, to withdraw from others for a time, and to go within, do some circumspection, and pull out their true hopes and dreams. A lot of people just live life accepting what is available to them. Like, I need a job. Okay, I'm going to go work at this place because they are letting me work there. And they don't bother to dream sometimes. Nobody, sometimes people will say, this is my dream. And then people will tell them, no, that's stupid. You'll never be able to do that. And so a lot of people just let go of the aspect of dreaming and letting the aspect of dreaming in life to create a life that they love, that they like, that brings them joy and happiness, as if there's something wrong with striving for joy and happiness in life. They often, they try something and then it's hard and then they give up, okay? But that's not how you're supposed to do life, okay? But this, as a fear, maybe you're afraid not just of the dark night of the soul, which propels a person into this hermit energy, but maybe you're afraid to find out that this person is not what you truly want, okay? But he's right side up. He's fully manifested. Okay, so this is telling you, yes, I know you were afraid, Scorpio, but you do need to look inside. You do need to be honest with yourself. And you've got to understand what is going to make your life fertile. This is the egg and this is the spermatozoa. You've got to make your life fertile again. Okay, don't forget to weed and water and take out the pests of your energetic garden of life, okay? So the next energy that we read here is very much like the Hermit. It's the sword energy, the Four of Swords in reverse that's beginning to manifest for you. This is the possible outcome, and I say possible because we all have free will. This is the energy that is manifesting here is the Four of Swords, which is resting and peace of mind. Okay, now swords are your mind, they're communication, but this is a card of rest. Okay, but because the swords are about the intellect and logic and all about the mind, I see this as the peace of mind card. Okay, and here is another Libra influence on this card. This is a card of Libra. Okay, so you've got Libra here, you've got Libra here, you've got balance here. Okay, there's something that really needs to balance out here. Whoops, sorry there, wolf spirit. Okay, so what you want, I would suggest doing this as rest. Do take some time for yourself, okay? You need to take some time, and don't be pressured by anyone. Don't be pressured by yourself. Take some time for yourself, get some rest, reflect, understand what you want out of life. And if you find out that this person does not make you happy, you have to be strong enough to admit that to yourself. Because here is the underlying energy of the deck. This is mastery over your health and your wealth, mastery over your earthly life. This is what this lesson is about. This is why they put this at the heart of everything. This is not mastery over your earthly garden, okay? This is. This queen is a master over her health. She's a master on her wealth. She's got all the money that she needs, and because she's learned how to do that, and because she's very set very well in her earthly life, she can afford to be a nurturer to others. This is the energy of doctors and nurses and people who care for others, even when they're mothers and fathers. This is a nurturing energy. This is saying to you, Scorpio, nurture yourself, nurture your life, nurture who you are, to be the master. Now, you've got these two queens here, okay? So you're getting a lot closer to mastering all your elements. Wow, okay? So I just pulled her away, and this is going to bring you happiness. To be a master of your earthly life, this is manifesting happiness. This is the sun. And you've got all the strength that you need to do this last battle. Strength again, all the strength that you need to tame the inner beast and become independently wealthy. Wow. And then to move forward with everything that you want in life. Let's ask Isis now to clarify for us in her oracle deck. Whoops, I did that backwards. Feeling dorky. Oh, she's telling me to say that this can also be trickster energy. Okay, so if trickster energy is where you think you know something and you actually don't, or when somebody else is tricking you. Alrighty, that's better. Isis, what can we tell Scorpio? What else would you like to say to Scorpio? Just do one more. These are rather large cards for my hands. Alrighty. Isis, wow, okay. That was fast. I'm only going to take one, so I'm going to take that one that was off by itself. Let's see what it is. Whoa, this came out before. Okay. Past life, present power, the many spiritual faces of you. This came out for another sign this week. Wow. Okay. But it wasn't a water sign. Past life, present power. Okay, see, past life, present power. I will hold this up as I read it. Okay. When the soul is growing in service to humanity, in service to the great feminine and her call that all beings be healed and free, that's the free spirit that I was talking about. And I was also mentioning the mother that she needs to be heard. Oh, gosh, Isis is just so strong. Okay, and her call that all beings be healed and free, it gathers internal resources to assist on the path. These resources include powers and gifts from other lifetimes. You are currently integrating past life abilities, and you are guided by the oracle of past life present power to be open to shifting internally and in your experience of your own levels of power and spiritual ability. Talents, abilities, and powers wish to be restored to you now from past incarnations. This will help your path. You will often be able to recognize this because you will feel some instant fascination or deep interest for a culture, philosophy, heritage, or even place on earth or beyond, which is deeply compelling. This is your intuitive recognition that a part of your soul connected with this passionate interest is being drawn into integration. At such times, there can be emotions, feelings, and even phobias or fears that temporarily arise. Okay, so this is what I'm being shown from this reading. That is the reason why you're afraid of the hermit, because you know when you go deep into yourself, you may come upon past life stuff. You know that you automatically know from past incarnations that the path to enlightenment isn't silly. It can be tough. It is not fooling around. So you automatically fear this hermit energy because, truthfully, hermit energy isn't exactly always enjoyable because you're usually in the dark night of the soul. Your soul knows this. And because you're Scorpio, you're the most intuitive of all the signs. This intuitiveness that you were born with is one of the reasons you were born with this intuition because of your past incarnations, because now it's time to really balance yourself out. Now it's time to activate these gifts and skills that you learned in these past lives. It's time to become who you really are. Okay, so you may even find your tastes for food and clothing and your sleep or other habits change quickly and noticeably for a time. These can all be signs that a past life energy is being integrated. And what she's talking about, being pulled to past times in life, like I am obviously drawn to Egypt. I'm drawn to Egypt. I'm drawn to India. I'm drawn to ancient days, America, Native American times, where the tribes were, before all the other people came over here. So it's that kind of thing. What part of history are you drawn to? Because you lived a life, at least one life during that time. Okay, so once it is digested into your current incarnation, you will feel more like yourself again, but in an expanded and more whole way. You will just feel like you are more of yourself, more stable, more full, and more at home in your own being. I'm going to turn the page. It is a lovely state of being to enjoy, which makes any ups and downs in the integration process more bearable. So stop being afraid of the hermit, okay? This oracle brings specific guidance that some of these past gifts from other incarnations are associated with ancient Egypt and civilizations connected with ancient Egypt, earthly and beyond, including some star civilizations such as Sirius and the Pleiades. Look for the symbols, books, crystals, or colors that interest you and pay attention to your dreams. It is helpful to be conscious of any issues around the past life skills returning to you now. You will become aware of them so that they can be acknowledged, accepted, and released. Often when integration is occurring, people who have been connected to you in such lifetimes become a more prominent part of your life. It is possible that they will remain thus, or that as the integration happens and you continue to grow, some of those relationships will fall away. As you have completed the karmic healing and integration of the energies associated with that past life, distilled the golden gift, and are ready to move on. Okay, this person has fallen away. Okay, that's because you have risen in vibration away from them. And unless they rise in vibration and work on themselves the way you're working on yourself, they will not be able to follow you where you're going. They won't be able to understand you anymore. Now, the gift that you gave yourself, the gift that the healing that came from this is this karmic relationship is causing you to reflect. It's causing you to go into the hermit mode, which therefore will cause you to be more balanced and become a work of divine art. Okay? Okay, so, and are ready to move on. This may take weeks, months, or in some cases, years. 10 years, 10 months, 10 years. Yep. Okay. To enable this soul awakening to occur, purification and time to assimilate the healing is recommended. Purification and time to assimilate the healing in this sword card. What happened to the... Oh. All right. Okay, sorry. You can accomplish this through rest time in nature, prayer that your power be exercised with love and mercy, and a willingness to be guided by the Divine Mother, Lady Isis, who loves you unconditionally. Also know that as wonderful as it sounds to retrieve past life power and ability, it is not always without challenge. We often need to be willing to be fluid in our understanding and experience of ourselves. We need to open to reframing our idea of ourselves as more spiritually connected, more powerful, and more responsible for our light on this earth that is extremely hermit. Okay? This can be confronting at times. We often have to let go of any fear or disappointment we suffered in the relevant past life before the gift can be restored to us in a useful way this lifetime. You can rest assured that anything you need to know in order to heal will come to your awareness. You may or may not see the whole picture, and if you do not, then it isn't necessary for healing. We are always given more than enough to be able to heal. It is just a matter of being attentive and aware of what is happening right before us in our lives and realizing that if we follow any pain, we will find what needs healing. Like I was saying, what makes you angry? Use your anger. What makes you angry? Why did that make you angry? You know what I mean? Anger is also pain. Okay, so that's what I use my anger to alert me that something's wrong. What is wrong there? When you get angry about something and you go into this hermit mode, ask yourself, why does that make me angry? Okay? Yeah, you definitely need to do some reflection. Okay. The oracle of past life present power indicates that the gift found in our healing will be past life talents and abilities. As with all spiritual instruction contained in this oracle as a whole, the Lady Isis will watch over you and assist with the process once you ask her in unconditional love. Okay? So if you want to ask Isis's help with this fear that you're having of this hermit time that you obviously really, really need, okay? Okay, this is reflection. This is rest. This is circumspection. If you need help, you can say, Lady Isis, who loves me unconditionally, please help me to see. And I think that what's going to happen here is that you will learn to balance yourself out. You will become this divine work of art. And then you are going to start realizing that you have gifts like your intuition. You are a Scorpio. Gifts like perhaps you know how to speak to people. Perhaps just being in your presence makes people feel happy. It's those types of, that's what the spiritual gifts are, okay? So this is what I have for you at this time. Now, how much control do you have over this situation? I gauge that by the number of major arcana to minor arcana, and you have only 2 out of 10 cards here, and it looks like the Hermit and These are very, very important. This is an extremely important part of your divine blueprint. All right, Scorpio, that's what I have for you at this time. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.